go! There we go. There we go. Get my shit set up. Yep, you rolled. Yep, game over. We're done.
Mumkey credits.
Hey everybody. Welcome to a brand new stream of the Mumkey Jones interview show. I'm gonna hit record. We're gonna get going, folks. Florian HIMSL is here. Okay, you ready, Florian?
That's me. Hello, everyone.
Okay, no, we're gonna actually get started now. This is for the YouTube video. Pay no attention to the pillow I am sitting on. Okay, here we go.
Well, now I'll pay attention to it.
Shit. Florian's way too quiet. Okay, this is why we do the pre-show. How about this? Here, Florian, start screaming. Let everybody know you're there.
Well, I guess I'll make sure I'm close to the mic.
Now, how's that? I turned him up. Just keep talking while I play with your audio. Everybody can tell us in the chat if you're okay.
Did you turn up your entire volume or just me?
Just you.
Cool. Well,
much better.
Just let me know
okay.
if it's the right volume.
Sheep says you're good, so you're good. Okay. Ready?
We did it.
Yeah, we did it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second installment of the Mumkey Jones interview show, streamed live on Twitch, your favorite show where a monkey man interviews celebrities and literal who's on the internet. And our special guest star today, the man of the hour. He used to bind Isaac, now he just binds himself in our hearts with glorious affection. Indie game developer extraordinaire, Florian HIMSL. Welcome to the program, Florian.
Hello, welcome everyone. Glad to be here. How are you doing, Mumkey?
Oh, I'm doing so shitty. I got an interview with this fucking loser. I can't stand him, but it's in the contract.
No.
And no,
the worst.
You want to hear the thing, Florian? You know, today I had so many celebrities reach out to me saying, Mumkey, I know you're doing an episode of the Mumkey Jones interview show today. I really want to be on it. Drake Bell is in my DMs on Twitter saying, hey, man, let's do an interview tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If not tonight, we're never going to do it. And you know what I said? I said, Drake Bell, fuck you. I want to talk to my friend Florian HIMSL tonight. So I never thought it would be so simple, but you better find a way the fuck out of my DMs, Drake Bell. There's no time for you. Tonight is about me and Florian having a 1-hour man date on Twitch. I mandate this man date. So congratulations, nice. Florian. You are more important to me than Drake Bell.
Yep, the completely authentic Drake Bell. He couldn't be here because we didn't want him. Yeah.
No, the Drake and Josh Game Boy Advance game, it fucking sucks. You want to know a game that's actually good?
Oh man, here it comes.
Florian HIMSL, of course, being one of the co-creators of one of the most successful indie games of all time. One of my favorite games that I have ever played. Florian, let me tell you, I've put in thousands of hours into this game that you made. Of course, we're talking about The Binding of Isaac, the 2011 indie darling game. I love it. Everybody at home loves it. I'm so excited to have you on this program because I'm such a big fan of this game that you made.
Oh man, that means so much to me. I always get people telling me, "Oh, I've played Binding of Isaac for 1,000 hours, and I've grown up with it, and it means so much to me." But having someone real popular like you play it as well, that just means so much more to me.
Yep, I've definitely actually played it before. I bought it on Steam. Yep. Florian, are you sitting down? I have some terrible news to break to you right now.
No.
I got some bad news. Are you ready?
Did your Twitter get deleted?
No, not yet. We're saving that for tomorrow. Florian, I gotta tell you, I've never actually played The Binding of Isaac.
You bastard! You traitor! You led me astray. You built me up just to let me down.
No. You have it all wrong, Florian, because most people would be like, oh, cool, you made a video game. You're a successful video game celebrity. I want to hang out with you. But no. In my case, I don't give a fuck about your stupid ass video game, Florian.
Damn.
I like you for you. You are my friend because I like you, not because of some dumbass game you made that's probably overrated and boring. So I think really I'm the truest friend you could ever have. Somebody who has never even heard of this game that you made.
Damn. I guess now I'm happy again.
Oh, good. I'm glad that I built you back up.
My dear friend Mumkey Jones, yep. Just here to do podcasts together because we're so great together. Yep.
So since we're here to do an interview with the great Florian HIMSL, I mean, I'm sure over the last, has it been 8 years since the game came out? You've probably done a billion interviews about this fucking game. Would that be, would that be an over-exaggeration to say?
Actually, I think this might be like either the only or one of the only videos I did in voice, or even interviews at all, I guess, because I was just really shy altogether back in the day, and now no one cares anymore about the original Binding of Isaac. So I completely missed my chance to become the biggest YouTube celebrity of all time.
Oh, well.
I just have to make another hit indie game one day.
Oh, I'm sure you will. You can make the Browning of Isaac. And I'm sure it'll be a big hit, and everybody will want to pay $19.99 on Steam for it. But I was gonna say, this game is so far in your past. I'm sure you want to talk about other things, but there are just a few quick Binding of Isaac related details I think that you would have to get into when you're interviewing the great Florian HIMSL. So, the one main question I wanted to ask you is, you've probably had, fans and reporters and all these things over the years asking you questions about the game, and you're probably sick and tired of it. So I'll ask you, what is the one question that you've always wanted to be asked, but nobody ever did?
Oh, wow. What a simple question.
Yeah, I really should have gave you this question before the show, so you had time to think about it.
Well, I don't think there is actually anything left because people have asked pretty much anything, so I guess there isn't really anything.
Did people ask you the color of your underwear while you were programming the game?
I don't know, man.
Do you even wear underwear? This might be the hot scoop. Indie game developer Florian HIMSL does not wear underwear, folks.
I definitely wear underwear. But the question is, do you count the brown as included in the color or not?
Yikes. Sounds like we might have a hygiene issue over in Austria.
Damn.
Do they have... Because when I went to Argentina, all the public places I went to did not have toilet paper in the stalls of the male restrooms. Do they have toilet paper in Austria? These are the hard-hitting journalistic questions you can expect of the Mumkey Jones interview program.
You're gonna stop hygiene shaming the entire nation of Austria?
Yeah.
We just use the toilet paper rolls. There's no toilet paper on it. We just get the rolls and
Yikes.
We put them on our finger and that's it.
You would think, they're going to go through the trouble of getting an empty toilet paper roll. They might as well just ship the toilet paper with it, but no. Very backwards in Austria. They've been very backwards since about the 1930s, I believe.
Oh, damn.
But we'll get into that. I got a lot of Austrian politics in the 1930s questions to hit you with later on in the show.
Jesus, not again. Why must you always bring this up?
The other question, and feel free to be as vague as you want, because I know a lot of people get uncomfortable when any question involving money is involved. And I don't care specifically about the money. I'm more interested in about how the industry works. As somebody who developed and sold a very, very successful and popular indie game, how exactly do you get paid for that? And do you still get paid for this day? What are the deals that are made as far as you can tell us on this show? I've always been fascinated to know how these people get rich for life off of selling one thing.
Well, I mean, you get a little bit every month, and that just keeps going. So,
but it's
a very good deal.
So you get paid every month, but is that like from sales, or is that some sort of long-term deal? Like, are people still buying the game to this day?
and they're still buying it.
Even the original one, or do you get money from the sequels that you did not produce?
I get a little bit from the sequels as well, but the original still gets bought a lot as well.
So that's the dream for, I think, everybody has. You make one great thing. You put in years of hard work into one thing, and then you're set for like a couple decades.
Yeah, it's pretty ideal.
Which leads us to what I think will be the interesting part of the interview, Florian HIMSL. Do you know the Japanese term, and I might be mispronouncing this, I think it's hikikomori? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope. Don't know what that be. Shit. What is it?
Have you seen... You don't watch a lot of anime, do you?
Well, I do, but I watch it in dub.
Yeah, well, yeah, so do I.
The way it's meant to be watched.
Are you familiar with the anime Welcome to the NHK?
No, what is that?
Okay, so it's about this this guy who has severe social anxiety. He stays in his apartment all day. He doesn't really have any friends or any social interactions, and his life is changed forever when a manic pixie dream girl shows up to try to fix his life. But I think the term for that type of person is hikikomori or something like that. And I was going to ask you if you you're living the guy. So I was going to ask you, are you living the hikikomori lifestyle? A man who just sits alone in his apartment day in and day out and never goes outside. Is that Florian HIMSL in 2019?
That's right.
Wow.
That is exactly me.
You are literally living an anime.
Yeah, I just hope that there'll be no anime girl coming to ruin it all. That would be the worst.
That would be the...
insist that I meet her friends and she'll want me to dance. Oh God, the horror.
If your magical manic pixie dream girlfriend showed up at your door to try to fix your life, you would actually shut the door in her face?
Damn.
Would you?
Well, I guess not. I guess that's the problem. If I would just shut the door, then it wouldn't be a problem. But the problem is it probably would work, and then I would have to begrudgingly go outside more often.
How often? How many times? How many times per week do you leave the apartment?
Well, I go shopping fairly often, I guess, for food.
So like maybe twice a week?
3 times.
Okay, cool. Because as a guy who just makes shit on the internet all day, who doesn't have a real job, I think we're in a similar position because I only leave my house to go pet goats at a local farm. And
yeah, is this real?
If you check my Instagram or Twitter, every week I post a picture of me hanging out with some goats.
What the fuck? I never saw that.
Go to Instagram.com or whatever /MumkeyJonesTV. You'll see just a shit ton of pictures of me and goats. And then I also only go out to like see a movie or something. So I think the life of a world famous...
You're right. I guess this never came onto your Twitter, but they're the goats. That's insane.
Maybe you have a goat filter on your Twitter that you forgot about.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it probably would have shown those chickens, though.
Yeah. So I was going to say, we live very similar lifestyles. The lifestyle of a man who made a world-famous product and is now living off of its fortune and fame, and the man who got kicked off of YouTube and has nothing going for him in life. We live the same life, Florian. And that is why I think we get along so well and we do so many projects together, because we're both total fucking losers.
I don't know, man. You seem pretty extroverted. All the pictures are you and some other people in them.
All the pictures are me frowning in despair that I'm not alone in my room.
Oh, see, that's exactly what I thought. You had this manic pixie dream girl, and now you're gonna hang out with these losers the entire time.
What, the goats? Those are my manic pixie dream girls?
Yeah, sure.
I'm getting way too hot in here, guys. It's getting hot and steamy, Mumkey and Florian chatting it up for you guys on Twitch. By the way, to everybody watching live on Twitch, at about half an hour in, we're going to start taking questions from the chat. So if you have any die-hard questions for our man of the hour, Florian HIMSL, get them ready. We'll focus on all the donated questions first, and then we will go to the normie chat. You fucking normies. Florian,
the normies, damn it.
let's talk a little bit about our history, because people might not know this, but you and I have been pretty good friends for what, 2 years now? Has it been 2 years already?
It's gotta be more than 2 years, right?
Has it? We first met when you appeared on an episode of the Procrastinators podcast. How long ago was that?
And you listened in on it instead of being on it for some reason. That was pretty weird.
What was that, 2.5 years ago about?
Let me check it out.
And if I recall, they were excited to find out that you were a fan of the show, and they asked you to come on to talk about your game, and that's how it all got started. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's how we met, I guess.
So
and then they kicked you out, and then I guess I chose to stay with you.
Well, I was gonna say, so these guys in the PCP, they're big fans of Florian HIMSL and his indie game. They get him on their podcast. They're thinking, oh, what a big get! We got this guy who's in the industry, so excited. After that day, how many times did they try to talk to you? did they just abandon you on the side of the road?
Yeah, I wanted to be on more often, but I guess I guess I may have annoyed them. I don't know, man.
Wow. You're like a one-night stand to the PCP. They're the guy in the club. They see the hot chick. They want to get in her panties, and then they never call her again. How rude.
Pumped and dumped.
You got pumped and dumped, Florian. But that's not how we do it over here. Me and Erich, we said, you know what, baby? We're running a convent over here. You know, you want to come stay a while. You can sleep on our couch. And 2.5 years later, you know, we're still sleeping on each other's couch, Florian. None of this pumping and dumping.
Yeah. Well, damn. I mean, is that better or worse than what they did with you? They just kicked you out then because they didn't like your fans. Man, that was bizarre.
Well, this isn't about me, Florian. Maybe one day,
no.
Maybe one day on the Florian HIMSL interview show, you can interview me all about it. But we're here to get the hot scoop on you, and the hottest scoop, perhaps of all, comes from I don't know if I would call it drama or petty internet squabblings, but you and I, over these years of our friendship, we've made many friends together. You know, we made friends with Asperger together. That worked out well. We made friends with Erich. Now we both work with Erich all the time. Us three all are the co-hosts of the Is It Kino podcast, in case people didn't know. But we've also made some shared enemies, Florian. One such, perhaps, enemy. I mean, to me, he was more of a frenemy. But I don't think the same case can be said for you. We, of course, are talking about Psy. Everybody, please, if you are a Twitch subscriber, post the Psy emoji in the chat. Let's get that going real quick. Where is it?
Is that a thing that's all around Twitch, the Psy emoji, or is it just in your chat?
If people are subscribed, I believe they can use the Psy emoji even in other people's chat rooms. So
damn.
So now Psy can become an emoji meme. Psy and I sort of, we had some fun, you know, squabbling back and forth about petty shit, and ultimately I don't think there's any hard feelings. But for some reason, Florian, it seemed you really had a grudge against Psy, because you made this fantastic video called The Psy Rant, where you go in fucking hardcore. I'm surprised the video has not been taken down for bullying yet. So I want to hear a little bit. How did you meet Psy? What was your relationship with him? And why did you go so hardcore against Psy?
I never actually talked to Psy. You know, we just were gonna do this Pokemon thing.
But we were all in the same Discord chat for a while, so that kind of counts as meeting him, right?
I mean, I guess, but I never talked to him in voice. Yeah, I guess he's just this YouTube guy who talks about games but has really weird opinions about them.
What made me upset was that he had a very successful YouTube series where he would say, top 10 things you don't know about Skyrim, top 10 things you don't know about Portal. And I thought, you know, for a guy who has these videos with millions of views and he's like getting the inside hot scoop on all these games, wouldn't it be great if he became friends with my friend Florian HIMSL, a guy who literally made one of the most famous indie games of all time? It would be so easy for Sai to just talk to you for 10 minutes and get some real good top 10 clickbait shit for a top 10 things you didn't know about Binding of Isaac video. But for some reason...
we almost did that too, and then
Yeah,
I guess he just lost interest in
Yeah,
it.
that's what pissed me off, is that he never interviewed the guy who made Skyrim or the guy who made Portal. But here, Florian HIMSL's like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah, let's do it. And he doesn't fucking do it. What's the deal?
Yeah. I don't even know if I had any respect for him to begin with, but I guess... I don't know. I guess you had this chemistry with him where you constantly mocked him. And I guess I joined in because I thought that was the way it had to be done. But I guess he didn't like that.
So I peer pressured you into bullying Sai. It's all on me.
Yeah, I'm the bad Mumkey fan as usual.
Yeah.
Always ruining everything.
I'm the mom. I'm the mom at the supermarket, and you're my kid that I can't control.
Yeah.
So tell me about the Siran video. Why? Well, because you have a YouTube channel called Game Squid. Is that right?
Yeah.
Sitting on about is it?
And then
You got about 3,000 subs right now? 4,000 around there?
Well, 3,600, but it rarely goes up. So I guess I might even dwindle down again. Who knows?
So what's interesting about your YouTube channel is that you'll make commentary videos over gameplay, just over random things, random ideas you have, and then you'll drop like a 40-minute video ranting about poor Sai, a man who didn't do nothing. What was the inciting incident that made you want to make this video?
Well, I guess I just saw how badly he was running his business, and then I was really annoyed at that. I didn't think that he would take it so personal, but I guess he didn't see it that way.
If I recall, there's a 5-minute section in the video where you just talk about how fat he is.
Well, I do, but my point was that he could just grow a beard and he would stop being so obviously fat.
It's not that easy to grow a beard, Florian. I can't grow a beard, and
Well,
I'm a
you
perfectly
shouldn't
normal-looking
grow-
man.
I don't think it would suit your persona, but if you're fat, then you should grow a beard, I guess. And it doesn't even need to be a big beard. You just need to trim it so it looks nice. It doesn't need to have a lot of hair or anything. I mean, I grow a really shitty beard, but I guess I trim it fine, so it works out in the end.
So the message of that video was Florian HIMSL is both a YouTube business expert and a beard expert. Is that right?
Oh yeah, I wish, man. I guess I can't apply the YouTube business to my own YouTube business. Not going that well, but yeah. I guess I should mention what he did wrong again.
Sure, yeah. I love the
Well,
Psy stuff. I think it's the funniest thing, perhaps, in my entire YouTube history.
Man, I wanted to do another Psy video because you like it so much, but then I guess it's just so far from relevant now.
Which is
Because
why
he
I'm bringing it up
basically
on this podcast, because I hate relevancy. I like digging up dead graves and just exploiting the skeleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick that horse. It needs to be done.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just didn't want to put effort into editing it. I mean, it would have had that soundbite of Sai saying, "Yeah, my Kickstarter is definitely a scam." Agreeing to you saying that. Oh man, that was.
Oof.
I bet that's lost now too. Oh.
People in the chat want to know how to spell Sai. It's SYY. You know what sucks is, back when I had my YouTube channel, I was doing a series called The Rise, Fall, and Decay, and I did one about Rich Alvarez, the stupid Mario Brothers guy. I did one about myself. I did one about Adolf Hitler's art career, and the next one I was going to do was going to be about Sai and his whole history on YouTube, and why I think it would be an important lesson for any aspiring YouTuber to learn. Because at the end of the day, I think the message to be learned from Sai and his ultimate failure as a YouTuber is the idea of not wanting your dream job to be a job. Because this is a boy who aspired to become Digibro. He wanted to be a professional YouTuber, as his career, make all his money from doing YouTube videos, to analyze games and anime and all these things. And he had a very successful series that over time he grew to not like doing anymore, which is fine. Well, we've all got tired of doing something and wanted to move on to something else. But the problem with Psy was that after he got tired of that, he started making a series of videos that were not popular and did not get views and did not lead to success. So guys like you and me and Asperger would give him the advice, you've got to do one for yourself and one for the fans. You know, mix it up. If you want to continue having the success on YouTube, make that anime analysis that you really want to make, even if it only gets 4,000 views. But then also, once maybe every other week or once a month, throw out one of those top 10s that people love so much and that get millions of views. But he just didn't want to do that. And I thought that would be a really interesting tale of how this YouTuber rose, fell, and decayed. But then, of course, my own channel had the ultimate fall and decay and getting terminated in a single day. So I never had the opportunity to make that video. But I was definitely going to include a lot of clips from your Psy rant in that video.
Oh, man. That would have been great.
It would have been really good. I was almost going to feel bad about it because I was, at that time, doing very well. I had 3 times his subscribers at that point. But so it would have felt like I was, kicking down or punching down. But now that I don't have a YouTube channel anymore.
Oh, wow. You could do it again.
Yeah, we're back to punching up, baby. Maybe I should make it anyway.
Yeah, you should. Man, I don't know about this whole punching down thing. I don't think it's as big a problem as people say. I mean, it's not like he's going to actually be in pain from it or anything.
No, because it's not like I'm doing it to bully him. I think it's a genuinely interesting and educational story for any aspiring YouTuber. You can do the things you want to do, but if you want this to be your job, you have to treat it like a job. It can't just be all candy and rainbows. Sometimes you have to put in the hard work into something that maybe you're not super passionate about if you want to make the big bank, folks.
Man, the videos he did, they were so stupid as well about this gay anime where it's just, I guess, cute-looking girls, and it just had the most cringe comedy that I've ever seen, and he treated it like it was the best thing ever. It just completely blew my mind that was suddenly what he wanted to do. It's just, I guess he just got way too big for his own britches, because he completely lost touch with what anyone would think is a good idea.
Speaking of which, let's talk about if you, Florian HIMSL, have you lost touch in the last 8 years,
man,
Florian?
I surely have.
What have you been working on that people can look forward to seeing from you in the future? Or are you just going to say, you know what? I gave the world Isaac. I'm done. I'm not going to do anything else.
Well, I started working on 2 games, and they're surely going to come out eventually, but every time I say they're going to come out this year, they never do.
How many years have you been saying this?
Probably about 3 or 4.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, the games just got bigger and bigger, I guess. So
yeah.
There's always more to be added. I don't know if you wanna play these trailers that I made a while ago.
Oh, you made a game trailer. Yeah, we can play that on the stream.
It's always a good idea, right? To make a trailer for a game that's pretty far from finished.
Yeah. Somebody, while you're pulling up the trailer, somebody wanted to know, where's the Binding of Isaac 2?
Oh, man. Yeah, if only.
Good question.
Oh, one day it'll come out. Oh wait, no, I don't know anything about Binding of Isaac 2. What am I talking about?
All right, let's show everybody the trailer. What is this game called? Squid Invaders?
That's right. It's only got music, so you don't have to be quiet or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. Well, it's gonna play over you, but let's take a look at this game that you've been working on for 8 years now.
No, that one I only started like 2 years ago, I think. Or yeah, about. And the other game before that I did for 4 years, but then I interrupted it to do this game, so that's what happened.
So what is the idea behind this game? It looks like there's an alien invasion, and you get to fly around in a ship and shoot the invaders. Is that the basic premise?
Yeah, it's the premise of this part of the game. Later on, I mean, actually early on, I guess. we made this first, but then now I'm working on a game mode that is like the Binding of Isaac, where it's basically, I guess, a dungeon where you're in, and then you have to fly around, and then there's aliens there. But I mean, it's a big dungeon because you still fly and you're a ship.
And what is what is the ETA for this game? 2025?
Oh, it can't be too long now because I really made my team wait for a long time. I really gotta get this done now, but I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll actually be this year. You never know.
Maybe if you stop procrastinating with all that playing with E-Rich all the time and all that. But I'll get into that in a moment. I want to ask also. Okay, that's the future of your game career. What's the future of your YouTube career? If people want to check you out, Game Squid on YouTube, what videos can they expect to find in 2019?
Well, I don't know. It's just some crazy game reviews, I guess. I had a review of the Steven Universe game. That'll be fun.
There's a Steven Universe game?
Yeah. Because I did a video on Steven Universe, the show, and then I didn't want to put clips of the show because you know how much of a pain in the ass that would be, and
right.
Also
and copyright will fuck
editing.
You in the ass.
Yeah, and then I just bought the game and then I put game footage there instead, and now I like the game and I guess I'll review it. So that'll be fun. It'll only take me like an hour to make that review, so it won't be too bad. I guess I'm making pretty low effort videos.
What about drama? Will we see any more epic drama videos in the same vein as your Psy rant? Perhaps will we see a procrastinators podcast rant or an Asperger rant? Anything like that coming down the pipe?
I doubt it. I don't hate those guys as much as Psy, I guess.
You don't have to hate somebody to rant about them. Perhaps you could do a hypocrite. Man, I was such a big fan of your videos. Why would you quit? Man, I'm so mad. Just make a video like that.
Are you keeping up with that stuff?
There's nothing to keep up with. I thought he quit.
Well, yeah, but I guess he's making like... I don't know, I guess he must be working on some kind of animation somewhere. And then I guess he's still doing his video game streams, so I guess he's going the Asperger round, huh?
Yeah, give up on the rap music. Start streaming Fortnite. That's the way to do it. That's the key to success. It's the Psy model. Ditch everything that people loved and start doing other shit that nobody cares about.
Oh, dude, I swear if Psy did Let's Play videos, it'd be way better than his stupid anime shit.
I don't know. He did Let's Plays of a Pokemon Nuzlocke. I think they averaged about 400 views.
Oh, man. I hate when people just do Pokemon Let's Plays. I can't watch those. How does anyone watch those?
I like it when it's a Nuzlocke and it's edited, but yeah, if it's an unedited Pokemon Let's Play and I'm just watching them grind their Pokemon for 4 hours, I'll probably fucking jump off a bridge.
Damn. Well, I mean, I never even really played Pokemon, so it won't even look any different to me if it's edited or not.
Was Pokemon banned in Austria because it has messages of evolution, Florian?
Yeah, we can't have that. No, actually, everyone loved Pokemon. Everyone but me back in school. And my mom was... I guess my mom educated me to be in the PC master race.
Wow.
So I would only play PC games, I guess, and I never had a Game Boy. And now I'm a game developer, but I never played Pokemon.
Well, it sounds like you owe all of your game developing success to your mother. So how many millions of dollars have you compensated your mother with for giving you your success?
Oh yeah, that's how it works, right?
You haven't given your mom back anything after she gave you the gift of life.
Oh, actually, she's been a big drain on my wallet, but I wouldn't want to go into that too deep.
No, nobody wants to go too deep into their mother, Florian. Only sisters over here, evidently. Allegedly.
I don't have a sister. Wait, you have a sister?
No, I don't have a fucking sister.
A fucking sister? Oh my god.
Oh, yikes.
What an amazing Freudian slip. Now we know it for sure.
Oh no, Mumkey exposed. himself in front of his sister.
Is Mumkey actually a girl?
I mean, he has breasts, so I have to imagine. Florian, I wanted to ask you about growing up in Austria. Must be very, very awkward in history class. How do they tackle that?
I gotta tell you, I have no fucking idea. It's amazing.
Were you homeschooled? How do you not know?
No, I just completely don't remember. I mean, there's one thing I remember. I made a stupid joke where we were learning about the Nazis. They were telling me, oh, they're so anti-Semitic, they're so anti, I don't know, something else. And I say, oh, they should have been called the Antis, not the Nazis.
You said that in class?
I think so. And that's the only thing that I remember. So I guess never be a clown in class if you want to remember anything.
No, maybe that's why you became so shy, because everybody attacked you for that horrible joke.
No, they thought it was all right.
Oh, okay. I figured that was the moment where everything changed. It was the Fire Nation attacked you for your joke, and never again would you speak aloud in public.
Oh man, I was known for making stupid jokes, and I guess that's why I don't know whatever I learned back in the day.
Well, that's why I think you are the best co-host on Is It Kino, because you will say literally anything that comes to mind, and that is why I really
wow.
Other than Asterios and E-Rich, you might be the person I collaborate with the most, and I always enjoy our shows together the most because when I'm talking to Asterios or E-Rich, I generally know what they're going to say. I have a very good suspicion what their opinion is going to be. With you, it's like a fucking wild card. Anything could come out of Florian's mouth, and it's always going to be crazy. Have you ever gotten in trouble, either in school or on the internet, for perhaps an opinion or just a thing you said to be funny? Because I know I have a lot.
What, something that was funny or something that was offensive?
Either. What's the most trouble you've gotten into for your sharp wit in your mouth?
Well, I mean, all the trouble I got in was for dull wit, I guess.
For what?
For dull wit, or for being stupid,
okay.
Anyways. Well, there was this one time I did this stupid Trump rant, where I was like, "You liberals, you did it. You called everyone a racist, and now no one cares anymore, and Trump has won." And that got me a good bit of backlash. I don't even know what the hell I was thinking.
It sounds like perfectly logical reasoning to me. I don't know why that would be so controversial.
And then everyone was telling me, you're inflating social justice warriors and liberals, and now I'm triggered. And, oh god, that was embarrassing because I actually kind of had a right-wing face at the time, and then oh my god, it's really bad. And now I look back at some of the stuff I used to watch on YouTube about politics, and it's just so retarded. Like one of the people that I used to watch has recently made a climate change denial video. And, amazing, just amazing.
Shame this man. Who did it?
Oh, he's called Computing Forever. No one should ever watch him. He is just bizarre.
What about The Amazing Atheist? Are you a big fan of him?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he made a video about me even.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually watch a lot of his stuff, so eventually I get burned out of his constant pessimism. But yeah, he's usually pretty good.
No, you are Florian the optimist. Too much pessimism, you'll have to fight back.
Yeah, I mean, damn, it's always everything's terrible and everyone's ruining everything. And then he's just fat and he ruins everything as well, I guess. But whatever.
All right, Florian, this is a kind of a new show, this Mumkey Jones interview show. And I was watching Hot Ones today. Are you familiar with Hot Ones?
I gotta say, I never heard of this. What is it?
So it doesn't really matter, but there's a segment on Hot Ones where they'll be interviewing somebody and they'll pull up an old Instagram post and say, "Hey, do you remember this? Why did you post this?" And I thought it would be fun on this show if I went through your Twitter backlog and just pulled up some tweets and asked you, hey,
can't wait.
What is this tweet about? So here, now these aren't too old. I'm not cheating too much. Here's one from just December 31st,
Oh
2018.
wow. Well,
Uh,
surely that couldn't be too bad then.
no. What is the story behind this tweet? You said,
Oh man.
I think Louis C.K. should be allowed to cum his superior white man milk anywhere he pleases, Florian.
Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the great Louis C.K. and his controversy that really shouldn't have been a controversy.
Right?
Well, are you?
Yes, I'm very, very familiar with Louis C.K.
Well, I don't know if you like him, but I really like him.
I'm a big fan myself, but
Oh, well.
so you think he should be allowed to cum his superior white man milk anywhere he pleases, not just after getting permission from a woman in a hotel room.
Well, I was just being edgy there, but yeah, I don't see why anyone should have a right to stop him. I think he's earned it. I think he should be able to come wherever he wants.
All right, you might think that's edgy, but this next one is
Oh my
probably the edgiest thing I've ever read in my entire life, Florian.
Wow.
On May 17th, 2018, this
Oh, going back
motherfucker Florian HIMSL said,
No.
Infinity War is basically the Hobbit trilogy of the Marvel Universe. What the fuck are you talking about? What the
I'm
fuck?
completely. I do not understand why you hate the Hobbit so much, but then you love the Infinity Wars, because
Wait, so is this tweet high praise from you because you love the Hobbit trilogy and you also love Infinity War, or is this your way of saying that the movie sucked?
well, I think they're both decent. I mean, I do love the Hobbit, but I don't love the Infinity Wars that much. I recently rewatched them, and yeah, it's all right, but it's like, how is this the thing that everyone loves and everyone hates the Hobbit?
Because the Hobbit is fucking horrible.
I can't believe you, man.
There's no character in the Hobbit trilogy that I give a shit about other than Martin Freeman. It's just a million new characters with stupid ass names. They don't have any personalities beyond their one-dimensional traits, and it's 6 hours of them doing fucking nothing. It's just a bunch of CGI nightmare
Like 9
action
hours?
scenes. Yeah, too long. At least in Avengers
Not long
Infinity
enough.
War, every character is distinct. We understand who they are. The dialogue doesn't make me want to fall asleep. The action makes sense. I can actually understand what I'm looking at.
Makes sense.
The action
God
scenes,
damn
hell
it.
yeah, they make sense. In The
that
Hobbit,
makes so
there's an
much
action
sense.
scene where they're like floating down a river in barrels. There's a scene where Legolas is jumping on rocks that are falling as if they're stairs. It looks fucking stupid. Infinity War is the most ambitious crossover event in history,
for
my
fuck's
friend.
sake.
And the action is grounded in the sense of it makes sense within that universe. The action in the Hobbit movies doesn't even make sense in the Lord of the Rings.
Yes, it does.
No, it
Makes
doesn't.
perfect
How
sense.
can Legolas run up falling rubble? It's fucking
They
stupid.
actually have. Well, Legolas is light as a feather. All elves are light as a feather. You have a scene in Lord of the Rings where he's walking on top of snow while everyone else is shoveling through it because they're fat and heavy, but he's light as a feather.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. All this stuff has a basis in lore. I mean, except for the barrels, but the barrel scene is just pure art. I don't know
It's
how
pure
anyone
Kino.
I don't know how anyone could look at this amazing barrel roll and not love it. They throw axes that the fat guy rolls around and then he spins. It's the best thing ever. I don't know, man.
Well, you always have, I think, the unpopular opinion on Is It Kino and on the shows you do with Erich, and that's why I think you are the most valuable member of the show, because you'll say the
Damn.
thing, you have the opinions of the lesser man, not the lesser intelligent man, but the the man who has
The common man, the little
no,
man.
no, not the common man.
No?
The
Oh, shit. Yeah,
the
not the common man.
no, the man who has the contrarian opinion, the lesser man. And you always
Well,
give them the representation they deserve. You love the Hobbit trilogy more than Lord of the Rings. Most people would not say that publicly.
You saw that part?
Of
Damn.
course I saw that part.
I don't know if you're still watching them because I can't track you now that you're not showing up as Mumkey Jones anymore.
Yeah, I'm always in that chat under a different name. You never know when it's me.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm spying on all of you. So tell me a little bit about these things you and E-Rich do, because since I'm only available to do Kino once a week, you and E-Rich, you're doing 15 live streams on his YouTube channel every week, reviewing everything under the sun. How did that get started? How did Florian and E-Rich decide to branch off and do their own? They're MGTOWs. They're men going their own way, away from Mumkey Jones. How did that happen?
Well, you're the one who's always busy.
Right.
You should be doing more podcasts. I'll be on.
Well, what made you think, me and E-Rich, we should just do 1 million streams a week that don't make any money? Why is that your hobby of choice?
Well, the thing is, I already did that before, just alone. So I'm glad that E-Rich is into it too, because I used to have an extra channel where I reviewed stuff. And I would just review anything. I'd review other YouTube channels and movies and everything. And now I get to do it with E-Rich, and I'm not alone anymore in that, so that's great. And I get to make him watch all the stuff I want.
Yeah, you often, I think, on purpose, try to make E-Rich angry by having the opposite opinion of him. How has this friendship lasted so long when it's so antagonistic?
Well, how has your friendship with him lasted? You insult him just as well.
And I don't mean it by insulting. I mean, it seems that you guys have literally nothing in common.
Well, we agree sometimes. I mean,
yeah.
We usually only disagree on like
everything.
This movie is 2 points better than what he says, or 2 points worse.
Okay.
I mean, I still like The Lord of the Rings. I just like The Hobbit slightly more.
I'll never understand it, but I'll respect the opinion. All right, let's open up. Oh, go ahead.
It's just as insane. The part where the ghosts come out is completely bonkers. I don't know why people think The Hobbit is so bad, because it's exactly the same. And the dwarves are really good characters. Why can't people see that? Oh man.
Well,
especially you. You're small like me. You should like the dwarves.
Wait, how tall are you? I guess you don't know the American system.
I'm pretty much your size.
Okay. Hey, that's good. That's good to know. We will gang up against E-Rich when we have to fight him one day. He's like 6'1".
He will gnaw at his ankles.
All right, let's open up some chat questions. If you have questions for Florian, throw them in the chat or throw them in the donations. I'm going to go through the donations we've got so far as everybody posts their questions in the chat. We've got one from Anonymous who says, free jump key. Not really a question. And then we have 3 all from the same guy. Michael wants to know, where's the Binding of Isaac 2?
Well, if anyone would know, it would be Edmund. You should ask him.
I mean, I know that there's a whole bunch of different Binding of Isaacs. Isn't one of them a sequel? Isn't there like a Rebirth or Afterbirth or something like that?
They're all expansions. So basically you can play Isaac, and there were like, I don't know, 100 items. But then now I guess there's like 1,000 items, and you never know what they'll do unless you're like really obsessed with the game. So I guess every time is like playing a new game with completely new items.
I think since I've never even seen this game before, maybe one of these days I should stream it live for the first time and have you there with me to give me advice or to laugh at me for sucking at your baby.
Yeah, you should do it. It'll be great.
I want to suck at your baby live on stream with you watching. How does that sound?
Yeah, and if you don't like it, you know what that makes you?
A cuck?
It makes you like Asperger.
Oh shit, does he not like it?
Yeah, we streamed and he said, oh, this is a terrible game.
I'm going to go back to playing poker.
So you either will like my game or you'll be compared to a wife beater. So
whoa! Yikes.
It'll be great.
High
It'll
stakes.
Be the best stream.
All right. Michael also says the next Florian video should be Mumkey Jones euthanized. Good riddance.
Damn it.
And then finally he said, now I see why Florian was cucked out of the Binding of Isaac franchise. Were you cucked out of it, Florian? What happened?
No, I was just... I guess I was really lazy and Edmund wanted to do more. And then... oh yeah, and also there were really big problems with the software we were using. It would really not run with a file that big. But now that there's SSDs, it would run fine. So I guess I guess it would have been fine now, but it's fine that they did Rebirth because it runs a lot better. Because the old one was made in Flash, and that means it runs really poorly for most people.
I saw that they're making a Binding of Isaac card game. Do you have anything to do with that, or were you as surprised as everybody else?
Well, I knew about it, but I didn't have anything to do with it.
So you do not get like a penny for every card that is sold.
I guess not, but
Ooh.
yeah, I still get a lot from Rebirth. I mean, the card game is not making that much money anyways,
Ooh, yikes.
because everything goes into production of the actual cards. It's not like a video game where you make, well, for $1 million, for 1 million sales, you make, I don't know, $5 million. But no, this one, obviously you have to produce the cards, so there'll be not that much money. They worked a long time on that card game, so not sure they'll just about break even, I guess.
So what we're saying is, Edmund, you wasted your fucking time making that card game. Quote from Florian HIMSL. Is that right?
God damn it! He did a good thing, and everyone loves it.
Yeah, I don't really know who this guy is, so I don't know if I should be poking the bear or not. I don't know if he's gonna come sue me.
Oh, the literal bear! Damn.
Oh, is he a bear? Is this a hairy fellow? Is that why you guys went your separate ways? He hit on you, and you said, "No, man, I'm waiting for my manic pixie dream girl."
No, man.
Okay, we've got some questions in the chat. Theseus in a Bottle wants to know, Florian, what is the most underrated video game ever made?
Oh, wow, that is hard. Every once in a while, I get like really underrated games, and then, well, I play them for long, and then I see, oh, it's not actually that great. Well, that makes sense. Well, I gotta say, there's this old game called Shipwreckers. It was terrible, but I wish people had loved it, and then they would have made sequels that would have been good.
So the most underrated game is a game that sucked.
That's right.
Wow. So it could have been The Binding of Isaac. I hear that game sucks from my good buddy Asperger. He told me.
Yeah, that's what you talk about when you're beating your.
Yeah. He said, "I can't beat this game. I'll have to find something else to beat." Wow. Why would you say that, Florian? That is some edgy shit. Not funny.
Oh, no.
I do not condone that joke you made.
You made that joke. What?
No, okay. I don't know what this question's about, so hopefully you do. Drag Co Bex wants to know, Florian, why do you hate the company Developer Digital?
Oh, well, they're just really overrated, and well, I think Enter the Gungeon doesn't play well. And I made a whole rant about that, and then they taken some things into account. Like, they had these really shitty tables that would always block you, and then your roll would be a jump exactly a little bit higher than the table, and it would piss me off so much. And now they made it so you can roll over the tables, and I guess that's a small victory, because I really complained about that in my video. But I don't know. I don't think I'll get back into that game. I just don't like the way it plays.
It's not as good as The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth.
Well, The Binding of Isaac isn't. I mean, I don't like playing it that much myself because
you made it.
I guess
it'd be like if I watched my own videos all day.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, if I made a new game, I bet I'd play that for a good long while.
All right. Well, somebody named Elliot Roger Giant wants to know. Have you ever went on 4chan, Florian? You ever heard of this website, 4chan? You big fan?
I abstain from 4chan. I don't know. It's so weird that there's no logins and everything.
You don't like being anonymous. You want everybody to know, I am the great Florian HIMSL. Bow down to me in the chat room.
Yeah, it'd be the same as all the peons. I don't want that. And
no.
Also, I mean, there's literally conversations that people have with themselves. I don't know. I think it's not as good as it could be. But then again, I guess that's just a gimmick. It's pretty weird how that's the gimmick, right? Because Twitter had a really stupid gimmick too, and it became really big. It's just, oh, you can only post 100 characters. How the fuck did that make it big, for fuck's sake? Why didn't someone go on Facebook and that way they could post as much as they wanted?
It's because Twitter started in America, and it really grew in America. And us Americans are so stupid and lazy that we only want to read one sentence. So the fact that a whole website is dedicated to shortening speech to the simplest most sophomoric ideas possible. That really gripped us. On Facebook, you got to read a whole paragraph. I don't give a shit. I want to read one sentence about how I should feel about the politics of the day.
Yeah, I guess I see the appeal. It's just weird that that's what happened. You'd think that there would be like another website where people would still cut themselves short, but they wouldn't have to. I don't know. I guess that just wouldn't happen, huh? I guess people really just need to be led in that way.
So if you don't
Only...
use, no, go ahead if you have more.
Oh no, I was done.
Okay, if you don't use 4chan, then are you a Reddit guy, a Tumblr guy? Where do people find you posting all your deepest, darkest feelings on the internet, other than the E-Rich channel?
As we said, Twitter is good. I post on Twitter, and then yeah, you find it edgy, I guess. That's pretty good.
I only found 2 edgy tweets, and I had to give up. I said I can't go through this. I'm gonna get cancer from this from this Twitter account. It's too much edge. I'm gonna cut myself.
Oh, I thought you said there wasn't enough edge. Damn.
No, man. What you said about Infinity War, that cut me so deep. I said this is too edgy for me. I don't think I can have this guest on my show anymore.
That's why you invited me on.
Bionicle Forever wants to know, what is your average day? What does it look like? What do you do from wake up to go to bed?
Well, it's not really anything to write home about. I just play a lot of video games, and then if I'm lucky, I work for like 1 or 2 hours, and that's it, basically.
If you're lucky, you'll work for 1 hour a day.
Yeah.
You're not the most empathetic character in the Mumkey lore, are you?
You mean I don't deserve empathy?
It's like people probably can't relate to you too much. It's like, oh yeah, I just play video games all day, and maybe I'll work for an hour if I feel like it.
I really wish I could work more. I could get these games done so much faster. But
why don't you just work?
I don't know, man. It's just, well, I don't know. Do you ever like when you were in school? Did you always do the homework?
Yeah. I have an autistic motor, like a locomotive train engine in my head, where if I have something to work on, I can't focus on anything else. I can't relax. I can't watch TV. I can't have fun until the work is finished. School was very stressful. Work was always very stressful because I was always so focused on it. And now I'm kind of stuck that same way doing internet stuff. It's like, well, I could play a video game and have fun, but I could also just stream and make money doing that instead. So like every...
Well, you should stream and make you should play games and stream. I mean, people want that, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's become, because I don't have a normal job where I go into work and for 8 hours and then I can come home and relax. Because my job is literally my entire life, my whole being is how I make my money. It's like I can't actually stop and relax and have fun unless I'm going on a New York vacation or something. So I would like to have the FLORIAN mindset of, you know what, I'm just gonna do whatever I want today, and maybe if I feel like it, I'll put in 45 minutes of game development.
Oh wow, your estimation of my work grows dimmer every time.
Yeah. So you said you put in 20 minutes of work today.
Man, I wish I could be like you and actually get shit done.
No, so stressful. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, I'll get stressed anyways because I don't work enough.
We got to find the happy medium.
Work, but I still want to.
Right.
It's all right. Good.
Animated Demon says he has a very serious question. Florian, how many people have you murdered, at least single-handedly? That is, if you had the respect to remember their names.
Oh, single-handedly, as the collab murders don't count.
No, just you on your own. How many people have you killed?
Oh well, 0. Gotta tell you. Kill.
Did you and E-Rich go and take care of some local prostitutes or something? That's why you can't count it because he was there.
Oh no,
the secret is out.
Well, he's such a kill stealer. What can I say?
Did you get the assist at least?
Yeah, I level up a bit.
All right, I've got a few more donation questions. Again from Michael. Wow, 4 in a row from Big Mike over here. He said Florian is more of a fur affinity kind of guy instead of 4chan. You ever go on fur affinity?
Never once.
Never? Oh, I assume it's a forum for furries, Florian.
Damn.
Not a big
What a
fan.
concept.
Incest is Wincest wants to know how often do you and little Florian come out to enjoy some hentai is the question.
Fucking hentai. God
Are you a
damn
big
it.
hentai fan?
No, I don't think I watch any hentai at all. I tried some, but it was always just big tits, and I wasn't interested. I don't know. I guess
You're into the lolies. You don't like the big tits.
I'm not into the lollies. I don't know. Well, it's always so filthy. They always just suck cock all the time, and then they come
Yikes.
all over the place. It's
All
the
right, let's
worst.
move on. Let's move. Sheepover wants to know, what's your favorite food? I imagine a man who lives on his own, you probably have some exquisite meals outside of ramen and hot dogs. What do you eat?
Oh, lately I just like ordering pizza so much. What can I say?
Now, what toppings do you get on your
Yeah,
pizza? We're talking pineapple and Canadian bacon?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess the best one I get these days has got bacon, ham, and sweet corn on it.
Sweet
That's a good
corn.
one.
Wow, imported from my home state of Iowa, I have to imagine.
We have corn here. Well, actually, I guess historically comes from there, huh?
I don't know. I have no idea where corn originates from.
Well, they didn't have corn in Europe for like, well, until America was discovered, I guess. So that's pretty cool.
Sheepover
Yeah.
wants to know again, is Florian fat or skinny? Are you
Yeah.
psi level yet?
I'm not psi level yet, but I'm getting fat, so I
Hmm.
guess it's time to tighten my belt soon.
Have you thought
and
about
stop being fat.
using your infinite wealth to buy a treadmill to walk on the treadmill while you're playing video games 23 hours a day?
You can't do that. But I used to do it with watching movies, I guess. I should do it some more. Yeah, it's just not fun. Well,
But
one day.
if you ever become psi level, are we allowed to order a personal trainer to go to your house and get you in shape?
No, don't do it.
Oh, okay.
I
What if
just
you
have
get to
stop eating?
what if you get to E-Rich level? Then can we send the cavalry to your house?
Fine.
Okay. We gotta
Maybe
take
you'll have
care
to-
of you.
Maybe you'll have to send the crane to my house too.
Yikes. Quebec Films. This might be the best question of the night. Are all Austrians racist or just Florian?
Why am I racist? What is this?
Quebec Films wants to know.
Fucking unbelievable. I'm half Iraqi and I get called racist. Great.
Aren't Iraqians famously racist themselves?
Well, I mean, I'm half Kurdish, so no, I guess that
Oh,
those
okay.
ones are like the minority. So I guess they can't be racist because they don't have institutional power.
Ooh, big oof. We gotta get some institutional power to all these poor people. One guy is complaining that we are ignoring his chat, but I'm scrolling up, I don't even see it. So,
Damn.
sorry, buddy. I don't see what question.
And that's the best when they just say, "Oh, you've ignored it," but they don't send it again. Yeah.
Yeah, how am I? What, you want me to scroll up for an hour to find your question? And we've been going for over an hour, so I think we'll wrap this up very soon. Because what time is it over in Austria? Like
Oh,
4
I
4
got time.
a.m.
It's just, well, you gotta do your podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I've got to go do the SOTI in a little bit. So maybe we'll do just a few more little questions. And then we'll get Florian HIMSL back. He says he's going back to work, folks, right after this stream. He's going to go
wish.
finish
Maybe.
that Squid Invaders game.
Oh yeah, I'll work forever. I'll never stop.
Elliot Roger Giant would like to know, how much alcohol do you drink? Are you a big drinker? Are you an Asperger over there?
I'm completely straight edge. I barely ever drink.
Wow.
I mean, in fact, in my life, I've drank like less than a liter of beer.
Whoa. Are you a
Yeah.
caffeine fiend? What do you do for?
Nothing.
You don't have any vices at all.
Well, just food and games and
Wow.
laziness.
Damn, how do you cope with the loneliness of video game screen glows without a tasty alcoholic beverage, Florian? I don't understand.
Well, I don't even want to be with people. I just like being at home alone.
All right, the guy who was complaining earlier wants to know if you are a vegan.
I am not a vegan. I told you what pizza I eat.
Yeah,
So
I don't know why you would ask that question.
His question was never answered. I mean, I like to order that pizza and then I pick out the ham and the bacon.
What you throw it in a pile for your dog to eat.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy dog food. You can just order a pizza and pick off all the toppings.
Perfect. Yeah.
Great. Michael in the donations would like to say that we should replace Emp Lemon with Florian. We need less soy, more boy.
Oh man.
Awesome.
Well, this damn soy meme every time. Yeah. I mean, he's sounding more feminized, so I guess it happens.
You think
He really
Emp
shouldn't
Lemon
have gone
sounds more
vegan.
feminized?
Yeah, I swear.
Oof.
Maybe it's just because I've seen that beard. Oh man.
He's got the standard Chinese beard. I think it looks good on him.
Oh no, you do?
Every Chinese guy I've ever hung out with had that same beard. I swear to God.
Well, needs a lot of trimming, I gotta tell you.
I don't know. Okay, here's the final question of the night. I haven't read it yet, but it looks good. Von Bolt would like to know, what was the worst conditions you ever programmed in while developing Binding of Isaac with Edmund? I don't know what that means, but maybe you will.
Well, gotta tell you, there were no bad conditions. Everything went really smoothly. But I guess the worst conditions were after the game was released when Flash just stopped being functional and it just went really slow, and I didn't know that I could have just bought an SSD and everything was terrible. I guess that was pretty bad.
Well, there you go.
Oh, man.
All this tech shit goes over my head. I have no idea what the fuck you just said, but I'm sure it makes sense to somebody out there. I don't know. What's
don't know
an
what an
SSD?
SSD is?
No, what is that?
What the fuck? You don't know that?
What's an SSD?
It's the only kind of good hard drive that you can get.
Oh, well.
It's basically like a flash drive that functions as your main hard drive. And it's really small unless you're rich, in which case it's still small, but it's not as small as it would be. And then it runs like 10 times faster. And then
Oh, it's just like it's just a hard drive.
yeah, it's just a hard drive.
Well, I don't know the fucking abbreviation SSD. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's solid state hard drive. I don't know.
Okay, well there you go. That makes
Well,
more
if-
sense.
Well, I wonder if you have one.
Yeah, I have one. I didn't know it was called SSD. But
No,
Florian,
the old hard drives, they're still in use.
yeah.
So you have to gotta get those specifically.
Well, Florian, that's enough making me look like an idiot. So, where can people find you online? Plug all your shit. Make this interview worth the bang for your buck. Plug all your stuff.
Well, my main stuff is just GameSquid on YouTube. And I got another channel where I do programming live streams, but I guess they're pretty boring, so don't check them out. Just go to GameSquid on YouTube.
What if people want to give you money? Do you have a Patreon or a PayPal or any way? They say, you know what? Florian does not have enough money. I want to send him a buck to show my appreciation for the Psy rant.
Well, you're just gonna buy the original Binding of Isaac for all your friends. That's all you can do.
If I go and buy The Binding of Isaac, how much money do you make from each individual purchase of that game? Like a cent? $1?
Well, I guess about $1, yeah.
Fuck, that's a good deal, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean we were partners and everything. I got the good deal, of course, because I didn't get paid in advance because I was a basement dweller who just wanted to be involved in the game,
Right.
and then I get the good deal, of course, because why would I get a salary up front? That would be stupid to trade your royalties in for a salary.
Yeah, royalties are the way to go. Man, if I could get one of my books published and just earn royalties indefinitely, I would move to Austria. I'd get the apartment next to yours, but we would never hang out. I would also just play video games all day.
Yeah, we would just have a really good ping. That'll be the best.
Yeah. I could bang on the wall when I want you to get on Discord.
Perfect.
Alrighty, Florian HIMSL, thank you for joining me for the second ever episode of the Mumkey Jones interview show. Folks, you can watch the show live at twitch.tv/MumkeyJones, or you can find it on my website, mumkeyjones.tv, or even on a super secret YouTube channel. But good luck finding that one. Florian, thank you for joining me today.
Glad to be here, and see you soon on Mumkey Plays Isaac, hopefully.
Yeah, sometime in February, we should do a stream of me popping my Isaac virginity, accompanied by you.
Oh man, can't wait.
And I'll see you next time, folks, with probably Drake Bell or Elon Musk. They both really wanted to come on the show and be interviewed by me, so...
Yeah, ask him about the Hyperloop, man.
Yeah, he's going to give me the hot scoop on the Hyperloop. All right, see you next time.
Goodbye.